All right, so we're back. Another fire learning with Alyssa and Mike from Align. And, for those who haven't caught the webinar and get to really get the deep dive and get a sense of your energy and honestly the divine mission that you're both on, in a nutshell, if you can, like what brought you together and brought you on this mission?
Well, it was definitely divinely guided. We'll say that, I mean, we didn't realize it, but we had the same mission, vision, and purpose, and that was to help more people actualize their healing potential, right? And also in this case, help people protect and be aware of what's going on with all these frequencies that we're inundated with on a daily basis. We don't want you to be scared. We want you to be prepared, right? And that's one of our biggest mottos. So if you're afraid of these frequencies, they're all around. It's not going to change. We can just do what we need to do to protect ourselves from.
Controlling what you can and letting the rest go, especially in the biohacking space. The more that we know, the more fearful or stressed out it seems to make that community as we're building awareness around it. Just again, like having tools that we can to release what doesn't serve us and adapt to our environment.
Yeah, beautifully said. We talk a lot about mitigation these days, and at one point, it can feel like, oh my gosh, it's just futile. I mean, I'm currently looking for a new home in Austin. There's a lot of new construction, there's a lot of old. I don't know what's scary or worse, right? And there's 5G towers everywhere. And so we were talking, off screen, and what do we do about it? And it's just like, okay, start with the basics, something like your hat or the medallions. And so not everyone can actually go into a mat, right? One of your beautiful aligned mats, whether it be Zen or Stealth, but if that piqued your curiosity, by all means, you got to check it out. But where's a good place to start? You were saying, gosh, the hat or what you're wearing, which we can probably see. Yeah. And
Yeah.
tell us about the technology behind this. And then the hat. Yeah, I know they're so beautiful too. And
Yeah.
then
Thank
we're
you.
going to talk about an offering, a beautiful deal that you are being so generous about.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, so the lower barrier to entry, I guess you could say, is the
Hmm.
hats. And the hats are a good way to actually start, mitigating these negative frequencies that we're all inundated with. I mean, Wi-Fi, and we can't even see it. Right. And that's like the scarier part, but knowing about it is half the battle. So the Wi-Fi, dirty electricity, electromagnetic smog. I could go on and on of things that have been around that, are detrimental to our health. But being able to have something like a product like our we call it an EMFU hat or our aligned hat, is really good for mitigating these frequencies. And we do it it's awesome at shows. It's really cool to like bring people into the booth because you'll have the hat and an EMF reader. The EMF reader will be going crazy. It'll be at like 1,000, and you put the hat on top of the EMF reader and it drops to zero. We're kind of different in the fact that we actually have a proprietary blend of metals that are in the hat that aren't silver. So it's non-leaching metals.
Mm.
So it won't leach into the body. And they're actually infused or imprinted with radionic frequency. And radionic frequency is positive frequencies that are implemented into the hat. So,
Way cool. And I just realized, let me pull up the beautiful deck that you guys put together. Just something really
oh, who's that?
straightforward.
Who's that guy?
Hey, aligned
I've read,
AF.
yeah,
Yeah, so we have
Sedona.
four different
yes.
styles. Yeah, even out in Sedona, there's new 5G towers and the frequencies all around us.
Oh yeah,
So
and I mean, like we were on the top of a mountain, and like right where my head was, there was like a 5G tower.
Wow.
It was
Wow.
it was crazy.
Yeah, it actually
So
makes me quite sad, but please do
yeah.
continue.
so the real time, the modern day tinfoil hat, we want to protect our most valuable asset, which is our brain, so we can have higher cognitive functions, less brain fog, less fatigue, and be able to operate in this real modern world most effectively. So you can look at the EMF reader, and we do this again at shows. It's great demonstration in real time where whether it's high voltage power lines being in a convention center surrounded by 5G and Wi-Fi frequencies. I mean, these non-native EMF frequencies we're bathed in them every single day. And we like to equate it to like the modern day secondhand smoke. But the problem is with secondhand smoke, you could see it, you could smell it. This you can't. And it's
Hmm.
literally all around us.
Hmm.
So the things that you can do to kind of just mitigate it and help your body adapt and harmonize to the environment. So again, back to the whole fact that you control what you can and let the rest go. Lower barrier to entry, the hats, again, the style is very similar to like, a mammalian golf hat or something that people are buying at the same price, but it has no technology in it.
Hmm.
So, for those that are out in the environments, that are golfing, that are participating in these sports and paying that price, why don't you have this proprietary blend of metals and actually protect your brain while you're doing those activities?
Right. And
It's a
anybody
great
can wear
question.
these hats. I mean, like male, female, they look amazing on you. And also it's for the protection too. And I mean, like I can definitely tell the difference when I go outside and I don't have the hat on. You can actually see, and it's kind of gross, but I have like a sweatband starting here. And I actually have another hat over here too. I mean, I switch them out like crazy depending on what
Were
I
you
wear.
trying to show your
Yeah.
sweat and I missed it?
Yeah.
I
No.
actually would love to show the fact that in the light you can kind of see the sheen a little bit.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that makes sense.
So
Yeah.
the different metallic properties. So again, as Mike said, completely sensitive, skin safe, non-leaching into your body and into the environment. So has a different effect than silver and actually a higher protection like component than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a killer deal, you know? I mean, pun intended. So
Yeah.
40 bucks for that, and that's a beautiful way to experience it for yourself, to begin to, tune in to how you feel. And what
Yeah.
are people saying they're noticing aside from what was on the graphic? What are people, and is it instant? I mean, the EMF reader is saying it's instant, but are
Yeah.
people noticing it? And then what would that look like for the most consistent feedback?
I mean, people are definitely feeling it. I mean, like even on shows or like, when we have our testimonials, they put the hat on and they feel like they can take a deeper breath. They
Just
put
Mm,
like
the
a
hat
sense of
on and
calm.
right, sense of calm,
mm.
and they just don't have that headache anymore. They don't have the brain fog. They can think clearer. And this is like real things. These are real testimonials that people tell us in real time when they put the hat on. And
Wow.
it's really cool.
Mm.
And like I say, I don't go anywhere without it just because I created it. No, if I had to buy this hat for $100, I would because I know how much I wear it and how beneficial it is and how much better it actually makes me feel. When
Hmm.
you put it on, it's almost like a relaxation, like calmness goes throughout your body. And you're like, really? With a hat? But yeah, no, it's that powerful.
Well,
It's
when
really
you
cool.
see the data on the EMF detector, I mean, that
Yeah.
right there would give you like a sense of confidence to be able to move about the world, which is getting stranger and stranger by the day. And,
Yeah.
I know people that pretty much they're only on their land and they don't even go be in the world because everything is dirty, everything is junk, and it's like kind of still got to be in the world.
Yeah.
Right. And so we need products like this. And I love this low barrier to entry because while you're not like super high end, although more higher in quality in your mats, this is a beautiful way to introduce yourself to the brand. Yeah. And then I know
Absolutely.
we're not really talking about the medallions, but because you're wearing
Oh
them, can we
my
just like
gosh. Yeah.
give that a little bit of a moment?
So
Yeah.
yeah, these are beautiful. And we just launched these for
Two
Black
separate.
Fridays last year. And there's two separate ones. So there's
Spicy.
black copper turquoise, and then there's
Purple.
purple copper turquoise, which is beautiful. It's like this incredible, like vibrant purple with copper veins that are running through it. And it's very good for EMF mitigation. These are stainless steel and brass. And if anybody knows anything about stainless steel holds frequencies like the radionic frequencies and quantum frequencies that are implemented in here indefinitely. So they're not going to go anywhere. So that's where a lot of like the power of the protection comes from.
And
And then we
then
also have a code on the back that is actually sending
broadcasting
broadcasting
frequencies.
frequencies, yeah, to the medallion for protection from a third party company. Yeah.
Okay. What type of EMF detection results are you seeing with those?
Oh, it drops right down to zero. Like if you
Okay.
handed me an EMF
Okay.
reader, it would drop right down to zero. And this is whole body, whole energy protection. And you usually wear it right over your heart and where a lot of energies go.
Yeah, beautiful. I love that. And then for the healthy skeptic in the crowd, because we know that we are a plenty,
Mhm.
there's a lot of junk out there, right? And so, how would someone discern, aside from their EMF detector, or even how to get the right EMF detector? I mean, these are my own personal questions. Maybe there's a bias, but like, let's just assume there's a lot of us out there. Like, gosh, I mean, I'm looking at my phone right now, and there's two different things on it. I don't know if it's making any difference,
Mhm.
right? But I was
Yeah.
told that it's. So, how would one know that like something has been well conducted?
So, I mean, again, for the blocking premise, like you can get a great quality EMF meter and we can put some suggestions up in the comments.
That's nice,
If
beautiful.
people want to
Yeah.
know where to buy a good quality EMF meter that's
Mm.
actually going to give you accurate readings. And both the hats and the medallions will show that difference on the screen, like when you're in the field of that it drops to zero. As far as the more scalar and radionic frequencies, that quantum frequency technology, that's going to be lending back to, us again coming home to ourselves and having this higher level of awareness and what feels good. So As a scientist, I cannot deny that there is a placebo effect with some things that are out there. And, you can't deny that those things work, because if someone has a positive belief in something, it is going to have measurable impacts in their life. But again, lending to all of these things that people are bringing into their homes, whatever the tool or modality might be, how does it make them feel and how is it positively impacting their life? So always deferring back to
Go back to
self.
yourself. Tap
Yes.
into yourself. We don't do that a lot. We need to start tapping more into ourselves and what feels good other than feeling bad.
Yeah, beautiful. We need to align.
I love
Yeah. And
it.
so, do you want to share where is there a code or what is the call to action on this?
They can go to our website, myalignmat.com, and then typing in the code upgrade will give them that 50% off the hats, or, buy one, get one if you want to share it with a friend, since you're getting it at half price.
Okay, beautiful. And then for clarity, that is not a code for the medallion.
It is not.
No,
Okay.
that's
Okay,
not
we
gonna
just
be
we're
the
just we're
medallion.
just showcasing the medallion because you're
Yeah,
wearing it and because it's
Yeah.
beautiful and because there will be people who want it. So
right.
and that feels like it just was meant to be in the show. So thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Well, thank you
Um
for letting us
in our
showcase.
last 1 minute together, is there anything else that you wanted to share on this?
I think maybe now that you've mentioned it, we can create a code for the medallion that would be special to the
I think
system
you
upgrade.
should.
Yeah, we
You're
definitely
welcome,
should.
system upgrade.
I mean, they're priced really well because these are actually made by a master metal worker here in Las Vegas.
You can't buy
You
these
can't buy these
anywhere.
anywhere. These are proprietary to us and all the frequencies and everything that it goes through to put the protection into it.
Beautiful.
So
Okay, so by the time that this is edited and out for community members of System Upgrade, we'll have something on the screen or in the
cool.
show notes that will explain how to snag that savings. Thank you so much for that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gosh,
Yeah.
Alyssa and Mike, it has been such a joy to like get to know your company, your mission, and to connect. And I'm looking forward to more and more and more. And so thank you for taking the time to, yeah, share all of the beauty.
Thank you for
Absolutely.
having
Thank you.
us, and we're excited to collaborate.